Saw earlier on stage. I'm sitting there in the audience. I was cringing.
I'm not cringing. I've never seen anything like it. But listen, I mean, I think that this is boxing. This isn't a 6-foot putt to win the Masters where you have to be so in the moment and mentally and emotionally composed. You've got to go out there and fight. And maybe this newfound Ryan Garcia will help him. Maybe it will help him dig deeper. Maybe it will help him be more aggressive. Or maybe it will make him capitulate on the night. But that's the beauty of the sport, that you are exposed in front of the world in the most brutal capacity. And that's what will happen in here on Saturday night. It all gets real. The social media, the rubbish, the screaming, the shouting. You're about to go into war with another man. And you will be exposed on Saturday night if you are not ready.
If you were on the other side of the table, though, and that was your fighter, would you be concerned at all?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me this, would you have pulled him out of the fight? We don't know. We've not had conversations with him. You guys haven't seen him in the gym. But you've got good people around him, like Derek James, like his family, like Golden Boy, where you would hope those guys respect the sport enough to pull him out if they don't think he's ready. So I think he's ready. I actually think it's going to be a very dangerous fight. That's another story. When he lifted his top up, I actually think he's going to make weight. I didn't yesterday.
Do you feel like he's going about it the right way with the promotion, though?
Everybody's entitled to do it. I mean, listen, as a promoter, I don't hate it. The only thing I hate maybe is the fact that people maybe believe that he wouldn't make the fight, and that's why now you're seeing it being a late sellout rather than an early sellout.
What were your initial thoughts when you started doing it?
That's all right. I mean, I've been watching him on social media like a hawk. I mean, that's why people say is it good promotion, bad promotion. I've been glued to it. It's been like the Truman Show, right? Like, you remember that film where it's like, is this actually real? And I don't know whether, and I think that you're seeing uncharacteristic behaviour from Ryan Garcia, but then also like him just rolling with it. So some of it I think is like not put on but extreme, and the other is that he's just maybe out there a little bit, but he looked in good shape.
Eddie, when you came out to the US, this was known as a PBC venue. It's now become a Golden Boy zone venue. Talk to us about sitting at that table here at the Barclays, and can you see potentially matchroom fights taking place here at this venue?
When we came here, we actually held a fight here many years ago when I came to America and I was promoting for HBO. Yeah. And that was Danny Jacobs. Big Baby Miller fought here as well. It was a long time ago. This is a great venue. Great venue, and I'm pleased to see big time boxing back here now, and obviously it's open. Back in those days you couldn't get a date, you were blocked from all dates, and now that's not the case, so great to see big time boxing back at Barclays.
Hey, let's gears a little bit. Tank said wins the $25 million. Did you promise him $25 million to fight Conor Benn, and are you willing to offer Tank $25 million to fight Devin Haney?
The answer is I offered Tank Davis $10 million minimum guarantee plus upside on the gate and the pay-per-view, so probably be somewhere between 15 and 20 million to fight Conor Benn. He didn't want to do it, it's fair enough, no problem. I don't see, I worry about the Devin Haney Tank fight because there's no way Devin Haney would fight under 140 pounds. So Tank would have to be up at 140, and eventually, you asked Devin Haney there about unification fights, etc. I actually see Devin Haney moving to 147 eventually. He's going to fight, obviously, he told me off last week because I said I think he'll vacate rather than fight Sandor Martin. He's already given me an instruction to try and make the Sandor Martin fight next because I think he wants to maintain his belts, and I like that. I'd love him to fight Subriel Matias, but in time I see him moving to 47. I mean, who's to say, in time Devin Haney against Boots, that's a fantastic matchup in time. But I would like to see Devin attempt to unify the division at 140 before he moves to 147.
To piggyback on Matias, what's your thoughts on Matias saying he's not interested in fighting Devin Haney fight? Instead, he wants to fight Regis Prograis because Devin is not a big draw and he doesn't sell.
No, the fight that we need to make is Subriel Matias against Teofimo Lopez. That's a serious fucking fight. And also Subriel Matias against Devin Haney. After he fights Liam Paro, which is a very tough fight, a lot of people writing him off, he should look to unify the division. You guys know, everybody in boxing knows how good Subriel Matias is. He is a bad motherfucker. And if he gets through Paro, I'm going to be looking to make unification matchups for him.
Eddie, you talked about 147. Your biggest signing, obviously, recently has been Jaron Ennis. Conor's dealing with Conor issues. Can you provide an update on that? And What is the potential of that happening? A Boots kind of fight?
Yeah, it's there. I'm more interested at the moment. Obviously, he's got Cody Crawley's is mandatory. He has to get that out of the way. I would like to make Boots against Stanionis. I would like to make Boots against Barrios as well. I think now there's a good opportunity to make big unification fights for Boots, whereas previously there probably wasn't. Crawford, Spence, they all know how good Jaron is. And if you can bring the other guys into the mix and pay them well, I think they will fight Jaron Ennis. But he'll be out in July, hopefully, bring him home to Philadelphia, and then want to make a big unification matchup for him, ultimately leading to what I think is one of the biggest and best fights in the sport, which is Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis.
What about Conor Benn?
He'll be back. We have to wait on a decision from the board and UCAD. They're all talking at the moment. I think next week, hopefully, you'll have some news on that. I would like Conor to fight Stanionis or Barrios.
Can he fight in the US?
Yes.